and also a Canterbury Guineas. Long Nose is a very big filly, having her first start. She's a real giant of a filly. Now, the last of them have moved in. Eyes of Laughter has moved up towards an outside alley. Cloister drawn gate 2 as the blue with the white cap. And she is the warm favourite for the race at 270. And they're all set to jump. Gates open, they're racing. Cloister near the inside was only fairly away. Baby Grand and Katima out of the gates quickly with Eyes of Laughter and Variant the Grey going very quickly. And Jollity showing speed. Jollity in front with Variant going up on the fence to join it. Cloister quickly rails up to be third. They were followed out wide on the track by Katima, then making ground as Long Nose Sweet Human. Further back in the field would have been Plunder, being passed by Cash Cow, who's got well back in the field as they come towards the bend from Leopard Lady. A couple away, It's Not On. Baby Grand well back with Eyes of Laughter, and Kenny's Daughter last of all. Variant turns in front, coming at it on the outside, Katima, and shortly afterwards Katima 3 wide at race to the front. Jollity in the centre, 2 lengths away. Cloister with the white cap running on well, and Cash Cow at the red right down the centre. Variant on the fence, not done with, coming back at the other one on the outside, which is still Katima. Katima in front, Cloister wanting to run about behind them from Cash Cow, getting home strongly. Katima in front of Cash Cow, and Katima wins from Cash Cow. Third prize goes to the favourite, Cloister. Probably would have won if she'd raced straight from Variant. They were followed next in by Leopard Lady, Sweet Human. Further back in the field, making up ground was Long Nose in company with Aqua Calenti, then Plunder. They were followed by Jollity, Baby Grand, Eyes of Laughter, Kenny's Daughter, and it was one of the last ones home with It's Not On.
Away fast was Euclay's Pat. Also going through on the inside, Temple Bar Lass. Wider out Dark Lane. Pushing through Queen Midas from Harmless. Then Queen Ruby ridden along to improve. Over on the outside, Astusa. Back on the inside, Nook Door. And between horses was Expressions. And back to last, Volcanic Rush. They've gone very keenly in this and coming around the home turn with 600 a run. It's Temple Bar Lass the inside and Euclay's Pat the outer. 1.5. Queen Midas looks to be coasting behind them and also going a right Dark Lane. Queen Ruby continues to make ground, but is hard ridden, and then came Nook Door, followed further back behind those by Astusa and Harmless, who brushed, and then further back on the inside of those Expressions and Volcanic Rush. Euclay's Pat sailed to the front of the 200 Dark Lane, and now Queen Ruby has started to come. It'll be a big performance if she can win. She's raced up on the outside, Queen Ruby. She's gone to the front from Euclay's Pat and Queen Midas. They're struggling to go with her, and this has been a top effort. Second last out of the machine and first home. Queen Ruby first, second Euclay's Pat, and third Queen Midas. A well clear of all the others, Nook Dior and Dark Lane. Then Volcanic Rush with Expressions and Harmless together, Temple Bar Lass, and then Astusa. Big effort, this. Gee. We're in for a treat if we get racing like that all day. She was clearly second last out of the starting stalls, and she's got home by, well, a decisive margin, not quite a length, but she's won.
Oliver Twist to come up. He'll complete the line-up on the outside. Out next to Talk. Bush Outlaw, drawn gate 1. Set to go for the first. Rail out 9, the track is dead. Off. Bush Outlaw began well on the inside with Della Vista. Talk jumped reasonably, is steadying early. Out quickly, Family of Mine with Rancho Red as they settle down now. And Bush Outlaw hunts through on the inside in company with Crushing Plant, and they settle in front with Family of Mine going up on the outside of them. And just behind the leading pack then is Rancho Red from Stenner and Mr. Machiavelli out wide. Oliver Twist is right off the track. In behind those horses, Della Vista and Talk last, but there's only about 3 or 4 lengths covering them. Fanning wide around the home turn. Bush Outlaw has the rail. Mr. Machiavelli and Oliver Twist went right off the track round the bend. The Crushing Plant up to second when they balance in with 300 to go. It's Bush Outlaw asked to go, leading the Crushing Plant and running on Family of Mine. 2 lengths back Talk, and Della Vista's running on down on the inside. They've got to Bush Outlaw. Della Vista and Family of Mine reach the lead together. Talk is running on with Oliver Twist out wide, flying home. They're getting to the leaders, but Della Vista fights on the inside. Oliver Twist flies, but Della Vista won it from Oliver Twist, and just behind them Family of Mine third, and then Talk. They were followed by Rancho Red and Bush Outlaw tied noticeably in the run home. Behind them was Mr. Machiavelli and Stenner, and the Crushing Plant dropped out to last. 56.6 they've run here. It is a tail win, but on a dead track that's a stunning time. And victory has gone to Della Vista, ridden by Craig Williams.
Gates open. They've jumped away in a good line. Cullen with the blue cap came out very quickly, dangerously away fast, and High Rolling's going quickly, and Roguish on the inside showing speed. Not too far away on settling down Impregnable. Breadstick is very wide. They were followed punching up on the inside by Clan Dent, 2 lengths away in the field to Noblesse. Martree can't go the pace, 5 away. Comedy Comet also Templeton on the bend, 600 out. And the front runner is Roguish. Oh, Cullen's wanting to hang. He's out 3, 4 and 5 deep now, and coming around the bend, High Rolling's moved up on the outside of Roguish to go to the front. Coming at them is Dangerous, the outside. Cullen's out in the centre of the track. He hasn't got a clue what this racing's all about. And then further back to Clan Dent. It's High Rolling, the flashy chestnut at the 200 in front of his stablemate Roguish, who's kicking back like a real rogue. In front is High Rolling from Roguish. Dangerous on the outside, and Martree starting to storm home when it's all over. But High Rolling drew clear 50 out. Foolproof effort by High Rolling. He wins from Martree, a big run. Dangerous in a photo with Roguish the fence for third. They were followed next in by Impregnable. Cullen had no idea what it was all about when the gates opened. Then came Clan Dent. Templeton well back with Dethea. Noblesse a mile back in the field with Breadstick, and last of all would have been Comedy Comet.
To be about fourth, and then came Anterior the inside, in fact getting one off the rail. All Rise from last as quickly got around the field and going towards the lead. Press for Time attempted to track up with it but couldn't keep up. Further back in the field behind those then came Graceful Poppy as they move onto the side turn of the 1200. Anterior shuffled back behind it, and they were followed further back in the field then by Bearskin, who's about 10 lengths off the lead at the moment, and around the outside Sudden Appeal, and over on the inside was Mazuma Mirage. Back to second last is Bouquet of Dreams, and last of all is Power Cruise. All Rise missed the start and is now 5 in front down the side from Sir Mato second. Third placing Receptor. 2 lengths away Brother Durham and also Alcatel, and here they come around them now. Press for Time and Sudden Appeal, and also going with them Graceful Poppy. They're improving rapidly. Bearskin has also made ground, ridden quietly. Over on the inside Anterior, followed by Bouquet of Dreams. Third last, second last Mazuma Mirage, and Power Cruise last of all. All Rise. The pressure applied now by Sir Mato as they negotiate the home turn, 420 out. Sir Mato to second, and on the outside Sudden Appeal, the big shortener in the race, has gone to third, but racing very greenly and dropped back sharply there, and now into the clear is Receptor. They were followed by Brother Durham, who's still there. Bearskin's made up ground, and Alcatel out wide. Receptor and Samato, the two Total X, go to the front now, and they'll fight it out. Nose for nose, Receptor the outside, Samato the inside, Receptor in front, getting close to home and has enough to win. Receptor about ahead on the line, nearly a half neck. Second placing came Samato, not sure about third. We've got 4 of them. The widest was Alcatel, inside of it Bearskin, inside of it in turn was Brother Durham, down on the rail Anterior. They're well clear of the others, and they include Power Cruise, Mazuma Mirage, All Rise. Forget It went around. Further back behind those came Graceful Poppy, then came Bouquet of Dreams.
Paddy Shard takes the outside gate. Field of 9 to run now, with Seath on the late withdrawal. Off they go at the 1400. Bovin a little slow down on the inside. Pro Pearl and Berkhamsted the first 2 to bounce out ahead of Pearly Gates. Settling just behind them is Paddy Shah on the outside. 2 lengths to Captain Otto, Bovin, Cacasvilli. Then Rio Del Mar and Make a Scene last on the inside. Pro Pearl led Berkhamsted down the back with Paddy Shah trapped out third. 2 lengths back as Pearly Gates. 1 to Bovin, settling now 5th on the inside, and then Captain Otto. And they've followed a length to Cacasvilli. And at the tail end of the field, Rio Del Mar outside Make a Scene. Pro Pearl took them at a turn at the 800, leading a half to Berkhamsted. 2 lengths to Paddy Shah, now closer to the inside. 1 to Pearly Gates and Bovin. Captain Otto starting a run. A length and a half, Cacasvilli, Rio Del Mar. And Make a Scene on the inside, last of all, coming to the 600. Pro Pearl about a neck in front. Berkhamsted second. Paddy Shah 2 lengths away. Pearly Gates ridden along on the inside from Captain Otto, and then came Bovin. A length and a half then to Rio Del Mar, Cacasvilli, and Make a Scene on the rails last cornering. Pro Pearl led from Berkhamsted and Paddy Shah on the outside when they corner. Pearly Gates the rail. Bovin running on fairly well. Make a Scene still a good way back in the pink colours, and Rio Del Mar outside it under the whip. Nearing the 200, Paddy Shah race to the front. Bovin's coming home, and Make a Scene is now coming home quickly. Make a Scene in the middle, raced up and took the lead with Bovin. It's Make a Scene and Bovin the favourites, but Make a Scene goes home the best, and Make a Scene comes on to win it well from Bovin second. Paddy Shah just held third ahead of Rio Del Mar. A gap to Pro Pearl and Captain Otto, Cacasvilli, and at the tail end were Pearly Gates and Berkhamsted. So the South Australians did fight it out. Number 5.
Back and Zatella stood there, missed the kick a couple of lengths. Crestfallen out wide, Camarina. And Say Good Morning all into stride very quickly and going fast now is Marigo on the fence. Not too far away is Nothing to Declare. They were followed further back in the field by Stately Rhythm, What Fun, Royal Reply. Then came Love to Honour on the outside of Beauty Bell, Forsaken Goal, Street Star, Zatella. And Well Disposed quickly went back to the tail of the field. They're on the first bend at the 850. And Crestfallen straight to the front. Camarina wide, moved up to be second. Say Good Morning third, Nothing to Declare fourth. Marigo fifth on the inside of What Fun, 3 wide. They were followed further back in the field, 2 lengths away by Royal Reply. Then came Beauty Bell, Forsaken Gold, Love to Honour, Zatella, Well Disposed and Street Star. On the bend, 600 out. And Crestfallen made play. Camarina straight up to be at its girth. A length away in the field, then to Nothing to Declare. Say Good Morning the fence and What Fun wide. Marigo behind a wall of runners. Forsaken Gold hooked to the outside as they straighten up. 400 metres to go and Camarina's moved up on the outside of Crestfallen to stride to the front. Nothing to Declare with the gold cap running on. Say Good Morning back to the fence and Marigo's out in time. Camarina at the 200 in front. Say Good Morning the fence comes after Camarino from Marigo. It's Camarina in front. Marigo the outside winding up. It'll be too late. Camarina in front and she draws away the Danehill filly to win the money. Photo second. Marigo will back to the fence. Say Good Morning from Beauty Bell and Well Disposed flying home. They were followed by Crestfallen, Love to Honour, then Nothing to Declare. Stately Rhythms, Zatella, What Fun, Royal Reply, Forsaken Goal pulled up quickly and Street Star was last. Camarina. Gee, she's a lovely type of a filly too. Big, strong,
going after his Century Boy to pounce on the lead at the post with the circuit to go from Carter Bar wide. Moving up in the centre, Ty Ruler. On the inside next was Tana's Lad, covering it King's Landing. Their hip and shoulder going out of the straight. 2 lengths away to Ship of Dreams from Morris. Then Rolsey on the outside of Taylor's Bridge, National Asset, and last of all is Fiddler's Green. Along the side they head towards the far side of the course and the leader is Century Boy by about 3/4 of a length over Carter Bar, nearly on terms. 2.5 away as the brakes go on now was Tana's Lad. 4th was Ty Ruler. 1.5 lengths away then came Morris on the inside. King's Landing was outside of it. Another 2 lengths further back then came Ship of Dreams on the outside of Taylor's Bridge. 2.5 or 1.5 I should say then to Rolsey outside National Asset with its head on its chest, and 1.25 lengths to Fiddler's Green. Not a great deal of pace on at the 1600 metre mark, where the leader was Century Boy, showing the way by about 1.5 lengths to in second place in Carter Bar. 3 lengths away in third place in Tana's Lad, followed by Ty Ruler. On the inside is Morris. They go to the 1400 and Rolsey takes a move around the field now. King's Landing behind it. Ship of Dreams on the outside. Taylor's Bridge the rail. Out a couple away then National Asset with another one on its outside. Fiddler's Green commencing a bit of a run. They're onto the side turn at the 1200 metres now and the leader was still Century Boy, 3/4 in front of Carter Bar and the others bunch right up behind them. Ship of Dreams goes to 4th outside of Rolsey 3rd and Tana's Lad 5th the rail. Close handy to those then King's Landing outside of Ty Ruler in need of a run. Then came Fiddler's Green. Morris goes to the inside, then Taylor's Bridge, and last of all National Asset. But there's only about 4 or 5 lengths first to last, 800 out. And the leader still over on the inside was Century Boy, and they've quickened sharply here. Second place in Carter Bar. Tana's Lad 3rd with on its outside Ship of Dreams. Then came Rolsey, who's under pressure, and one of the first beaten, it would appear, as they negotiate the home turn now. King's Landing out wide's making a bit of a run, and Ty Ruler trying to go with it. Not getting a great deal of room. Then Fiddler's Green, followed by National Asset, following Ty Ruler up. And last was Morris the inside. In the straight, Century Boy joined by Carter Bar. 2.5 away, King's Landing. He's run a better race today. Taylor's Bridge, Tana's Lad can't get a run at them. And Ty Ruler's 3 behind those. But now Taylor's Bridge let go and went to the front. King's Landing is still there. Then Carter Bar. Now Ty Ruler is coming quickly. Ty Ruler coming after this other one. Taylor's Bridge, Ty Ruler, Taylor's Bridge. Taylor's Bridge a half Ty Ruler. Didn't have a lot of luck around the turn. 3rd place in King's Landing. Then National Asset, Tana's Lad, Ship of Dreams. Carter Bar further back, followed then by Century Boy. Rolsey was the first one beaten when the pressure was on. And back behind those then came Fiddler's Green. And Morris was last of all.
7 Taylor's Bridge, 850, 250, 170 for Ty Ruler, 220 for King's Landing. Across the line at Morford, 750 for Marcent. Ruling Regent at 970, 5 Carlileer 760, Straight Clip 960 and Volunteer 560 as we take you to Greg Miles.
All set now. Off they go at the 1200 metres, and Minyara's Boy first out. Dry Humour jumped well, so did Volateur in the pink colours up third the outside. Then Straight Clip, Red Mariner, Diamond Duke, followed by Ruling Regent, Marcent and Carlalia, last of the 9 going 250. And Dry Humour slides to the front now, led about a length here. Straight Clip goes up fast on the outside to sit at his girth. Might even take him on, yes, goes to the lead. So Williams took Straight Clip to the front before the 800 metres and led Dry Humour a length to Red Mariner, and then Volateur fourth outside Minyara's Boy. About a length and a half Diamond Duke on the inside of Ruling Region, then Carlalia and Wonder Marcent at the 600, and Straight Clip by a half length now. Dry Humour quickly came off the rails and is up second, and Red Mariner coming around the outside. 2 lengths to Volateur, and then Minyara's Boy over against the rails, followed by Ruling Regent, Carlalia. Marcent last under the whip. Straight Clip at the 400, led by a length and a half to Dry Humour, shaken up to come after the leader. Then Red Mariner and Carlalia on the outside from Volateur on the rails. Straight Clip at the 200, led by a half length. Dry Humour, every stride he's getting closer, but Straight Clip has a head advantage. Dry Humour's coming after him, and Ruling Regent running on. It's Dry Humour, Straight Clip. They hit the line. Maybe Dry Humour and no Straight Clip. It's very close between the two, and Ruling Regent getting up for third on the outside. They were followed by Carlalia, Red Mariner, and then Marcent. Behind them, Diamond Duke and Volateur, and Minyara's Boy dropped out to finish last. Stand by for numbers. Judge naturally has called for a photo in the third of the day. Dry Humour and Straight Clip coming down to fight it out. Dry Humour's got it number 1, ridden by Mark Flaherty, number 1. Second go.
Lack of pace in the early stages. Ice King formerly was a very pacey customer, and of late has been ridden off the speed. So that's an interesting change in rider tactics, because it'll have a big bearing if Lorries goes to the front and tries to steady up, whether Cooksley will go forward and Ice King to pester him. Now Shin Can See moving up, and that'll leave Kenwood Melody to come forward. Final check on the tote board, $2 for Lorries Lottery. Paris Dream $11.60, Mr. Ennis at $9.20, Shin Can See $11.50, Lease $6.60, Traditional $8.80, Kenwood Melody $26, Ice King $39, and Glamis at $12.40. They're all in, bar Kenwood Melody. Set. Lights are on and they're racing. Traditional near the inside, a shade slow to go. Mr. Innocent out wide, and also Lorries Lottery away quickly. Lorries thunders to the front. Going fast, Mr. Innocent to be second. Traditional third, Ice King fourth from Kenwood Melody. They were followed back in the field then by Lease. Paris Dream inside of him. Shin Can See ridden off the pace. He's back second last and 3 deep in the filly. Glamis last of all. Racing up to the 1,000. Lorries Lottery in cruise control, led by just over a length on Mr. Innocent. A length and a half in the field. Traditional wanting to get his head up in the air. Ice King is outside between them. Kenwood Melody, Paris Dream, the fence from Lease. Then Shin Can See and Glamis last of all. 7.50 out. 7 lengths first to last, and Lorries Lottery bowling along before the bend. Going up to his girth now is Mr. Innocent. It's a replica almost of the Heritage Stakes from 2 weeks ago. 2 lengths further back, Ice King, Traditional Defence. Then Kenwood Melody, Paris Dream, Shin Can See. Lease is well off the speed. Second last, giving the leader 7 lengths, and 2 lengths away. Glamis in the straight, 400 out. Cassidy yet to feel for the big Toowoomba 3-year-old. It's Lorries Lottery in front. Mr. Innocent on a loose rein chasing. Down the outside, Kenwood Melody putting in a big run. Then Ice King, and Lisa's not in the call with Traditional. Cassidy said go. Lorries Lottery in front. One danger. Kenwood Melody at the 100. Lorries Lottery in front with Kenwood Melody levelling up. Kenwood Melody coming home the better. Kenwood Melody put his nose in front and draws clear to win by a long neck on the line. Kenwood Melody first. Lorries Lottery second. Third, about 5 away, was Mr. Innocent. Then came Ice King, Paris Dream, Lisa flop, Traditional a flop, Shin Can See second last, and Glamis a dismal run last. Kenwood Melody improving sharply. Jester's Edge looking for room. French Crooner followed further back. Under the whip then came Gentle Appeal, and wide from further back on the inside, Pas Deux, Daring Tactics, Trigger Happy, and last of all in the straight was Stormbreaker. The leader on the inside, Apt to Go, but look at this one down the centre. This might be the place to be, looking at that previous event, and Perak Gold is following that similar lane. Perak Gold is swept up down the middle of the track, goes to Northern Song and heads it, and Perak Gold is going to come away and win by about a length on the line, or 3/4 anyway, Northern Song. Third, French Flute late on the outside and back to the inside in a photo Apt to Go. They were followed then by Gentle Appeal, then Daring Tactics, further back then Trigger Happy with Ruby Oak, Pas Deux, Gold Heritage, Jester's Edge, followed by Stormbreaker, and French Crooner knocked up at the tail.
Okay. Situation on course, Zhivago the favourite, $4. and $1.90. Electrifying Well Tried, $5.60. La Zagaletta easy, but late betting coming in for it, $4.80. And good money for Delirious, who doesn't want to go into the gates at this stage. And it's showing $8.20, which is pretty good value. Spellmaker at $7.20 is also given a chance. They're the main ones. Zhivago unbeaten. Greg Childs rode 3 winners last night at Moonee Valley on the favourite here. And the Brian Mayfield Smith team's been very... And they're in the gates and ready to go here. Starter has them. All set. Good line here at the 1,000. Off they go. Zhivago Scarlet Rocket began well with Key Street. Over near the outside, Choose was away well. The Zagaletta drifting back. Palace Glow got out fast near the outside, but it's Key Street going up. Zhivago inside it to be the leaders. As they settle down, Palace Glow on their outside, and they lead from Camden Yard. Spellmaker with the baldy face pushing up on the fence. Scarlet Rocket in the centre, not far off the leaders, and they're clear from My Juliet back on the rails, and then Marca Fermi Electrifying. Choose out wider, followed then by, as they swept around the home corner, Harabella's a long way back as they corner. Delirious went to the outside, and La Zagaletta stuck to the fence. Spellmaker shot through on the rails. Zhivago's coming after it again and has taken the front with about 300 to go. Then Palace Glow, and they were well clear of Electrifying, coming home fairly well, and then Delirious on the outside, but Zhivago full of running, 150 out the leader. Delirious is flashing home from Electrifying. Zhivago's got a good lead. Delirious still making ground. Zhivago flat to the boards, just won it. Zhivago a half length. Delirious, great run. Electrifying third. Then La Zagaletta coming home nicely, but it was all over from Palace Glow, and out wider was Choose, and then came Scarlet Rocket and My Juliet, followed by Harabella, Camden Yard. Spellmaker tired badly. Key Street towards the end, and Marca Fumi last to greet the judge. Zhivago keeps the unbeaten record in 56.2.
With the gold and black cap very quickly out of the gates. Aerofair away fast. Tal on the fence settling third. Visionary with the white cap travelling up. Lawyer in between runners. Then came Wellington. Typhoon's back in the field. 3 wide and over racing. So too Room for a Slew, Brazil, and on the outside Strange back at the tail. Dye had taken the favourite Franklin Rivers to the lead, and over the 1,600 metres crossing he cruises down the back. Leads the way from Aerofair and Visionary going up 3 wide. Little or no pace on. 2 lengths to Tal. Lawyer the centre, and Typhoon out on a limb 3 deep. 3 lengths away Wellington, Room for a Slew, Brazil, and last of all is Strange inside the 1,400 mark, and Visionary now taken to the front, and York had let him stride. He led by a length on Aerofair, and Franklin Rivers third, Typhoon fourth, 3 deep. Lawyer splitting the pair, a length and a half Tal, similar margin away Wellington, Room for a Slew, well back is Brazil, and still Strange last of all. They come off the back, and inside the 1,100 metres mark the leader is Visionary. At his girth the outside Aerofair, Franklin Rivers 2 away third, inside of Typhoon. Lawyer a half back the centre, a length and a half Room for a Slew. They were followed by Tal, who's well back in the field with Strange, and last of all is Brazil. Over the crossing at the 800 metres mark, and Visionary made plays. Been in there virtually most of the way. He led by a half length on Aerofair. A length away Typhoon. Dye is waiting for an out on the favourite Franklin Rivers. Lawyer between them, Room for a Slew letting rip with a run 3 wide. 2 lengths away Wellington, Tal, Strange, and last of all then would have been, as they come around the bend, Brazil, 450 to go, and the baldy face of Visionary leads the way with Aerofair going up to tackle. Franklin Rivers has got no run on the fence. Typhoon in the grey, Wellington coming with a good run, and Lawyer with the blue cap about to get out. Dies in a fast pocket on the fence with nowhere to go. At the 200, and Wellington had burst to the front from Lawyer. Then Aerofair, now Franklin Rivers getting out, but it's too late. Wellington in full cry at the 100 is well clear, and Wellington, a most improved horse, racing away to win. Wins 2.5 lengths to Lawyer, and Franklin Rivers third. Then Aerofair. Brazil made ground from Typhoon, Tal, Strange, Room for a Slew, and Visionary last home. Well, it doesn't come as any great surprise that Wellington's been able to win today, because he's always shown a lot of potential at 13.20 and...
Cargo Limit began well near the outside. Roberts Way was away nicely towards the inside. Arden Street dropping in behind him early. Berserker's prominent. In Grain is settling about 5th. Cargo Limit going forward with Helianthus on the outside. And then New Kingston when they came towards the 200 the first time. And Helianthus working up on the outside goes to the lead over Cargo Limit, Roberts Way. And Berserk on the outside of him. A break of 3 lengths in Grain settling down fifth. 1.5 Arden Street, New Kingston, and they're followed by Sir Richie, 1 King Merrin. 3 behind those as It's Windy Again, and they were followed by Alien Fella and Change of Fortune last turning out of the straight. And it's Helianthus in his favoured role, led by 2 lengths to Cargo Limit, Roberts Way and Berserk. 2 lengths away in Grain, having a good run over on the outside there of Arden Street, and 1.5 lengths behind them New Kingston. Then King Merrin and Sir Richie off round the outside, and back behind those is Alien Fella, followed by It's Windy Again and Change of Fortune last when they head into the back. And Helianthus has his ears pricked, and he leads by 2 lengths to Cargo Limit, 2 lengths Berserk. A neck away on the inside Roberts Way when they went past the 1400. In Grain, 5th on the outside of Arden Street, and then New Kingston, King Merrin the inside, and Sir Richie travelling out 3 wide down the back straight. 2 lengths behind them It's Windy Again, and they're followed then by Alien Fella and Change of Fortune as last of all. Down the back now, 1100 metres left to go, and Helianthus left alone in front runs his own race, more than 2 lengths Cargo Limit. In third placing Roberts Way on the inside of Berserk, and 2 lengths in Grain, Arden Street the rails. About 1.5 lengths behind those is King Merrin, and then New Kingston on the outside, being followed by Sir Richie out a bit wide as they head towards the turn at the 800. Next It's Windy Again, and then Alien Fella and Change of Fortune. Helianthus at the 800 by 2 lengths Cargo Limit ahead Roberts Way. There's been no change. 1 further back in the field is Berserk. A length behind them then is Arden Street in Grain the outside, and then King Merrin. They're trailed by New Kingston, taking out wide to make a run now, and back behind them It's Windy Again. Sir Richie off the track. Change of Fortune next when they corner, and Alien Fella one of the last. Helianthus in front, being tackled by Cargo Limit. Roberts Way can get a run on the inside. Arden Street in the clear, coming home well, and so too is in Grain with Berserk down the outside. Helianthus in front, Cargo Limit after it on the outside from Roberts Way. Still Helianthus has it though. Here's in Grain coming through in the centre now, and It's Windy Again coming home on the outside. Helianthus from in Grain. It's Windy Again mowing them down. Helianthus tackled by It's Windy Again. Helianthus in front of the inside. Helianthus won it from It's Windy Again and in Grain. Then Cargo Limit, break behind them Berserk, and then Change of Fortune. Alien Fella, Arden Street couldn't go on. They were followed further back by Roberts Way, Sir Richie, New Kingston. Towards the end was King Merrin. In fact, it was one of the...
Out from the centre, and he's heading straight up looking for the early lead. Supercrest, the former NZ, going with him. 1.5 lengths Antiquity third. Zariggle, the fence, and Banner Headline obliged to race deep from Tri-Cove, who was inside of Deep Snip. 2 lengths away in the field too, getting well back out of his ground. Peep on the sly, Taradu and Lomas last of all. Bazile Bay at a frantic pace at the 950. Strode clear, led by nearly 3 lengths to Supercrest. 1.5 lengths Banner Headline. He is wide on the outside. Zariggle and Antiquity splits the pair. 2 lengths Deep Snip, Tri-Cove the fence. 2 lengths to Peep on the sly, Taradu, and 2 lengths to Lomas. Bazile Bay given his head by Munce at the 650 is nicely clear. 2 in front of Supercrest and Banner Headline, who's travelled deep. 1 length away Zariggle, and with the red cap just behind those is Antiquity. 2 lengths to Deep Snip, Tri-Cove the fence, Peep on the sly, Lomas and Taradu. In the straight, 400 to go. Bazile Bay in front. Munce is yet to shake him up. He's travelling sweetly. He's a length clear. Supercrest is coming after him with Antiquity. Then Banner Headline, Deep Slip, and then came Peep on the sly. Over the rise at the 200, and Munce said go, and Bazile Bay extended beautifully. Race 2 lengths in front of Supercrest, Deep Snip, Antiquity. But the real Bazile Bay is standing up and being counted today. He's much too good. Bazile Bay wins just over 2 lengths on the line. Deep Snip second, Supercrest third from Tri-Cove, Peep on the sly. Antiquity, Banner Headline, Zariggle, Lomas, and Taradu last in. Straight to the front, and Munce.
And on the inside, third placing with Rembetica at its outside, Senior Sergeant. Back to fifth now was Spirit of Hope from Lord Shiraz. Certainly the inside, Bodacious Bay ridden very quietly third last. Likewise Lithium, but he's inclined to over-race a little, and last of all was Murph. Onto the side they race now. The leader is on the inside, Akibano at the 1,000, joined by Century Flag again. 2.5 away Rembetica travelling quietly. Fourth was Senior Sergeant. They were followed by Lord Shiraz deep around Spirit of Hope. Certainly the rail. Bodacious Babe third last. Second last Lithium. Last of all is the stayer Murph. Century Flag has now got to a clear lead. 1.5 lengths in advance of Akibono, joined by Rembetica as they come to the 600 on the turn. Lord Shiraz outside of Senior Sergeant, easing off the rail and putting that horse wide, but a few of these are wanting to get out wide by design. Over on the inside running was certainly from Spirit of Hope. Lithium's going to come deep with Bodacious Babe inside of it, and Murph is last of all. Rembetica there out in the centre of the track, and Century Flag go with Aki Bono. Certainly is there. Senior Sergeant now. Lord Shiraz joins in. Bodacious Babe is very wide, and Lithium's even deeper. At the 200, they're across the track, and Lord Shiraz has got to the front. Bodacious Babe's the big danger. Lord Shiraz is racing all over the place. Lithium down the outside, but it's the Babe, Bodacious Babe, and Bodacious Babe is what I fancy from Lithium and the very erratic Lord Shiraz. Then Rembetica, followed by Murphy, got home nicely, one to keep in mind for distance. Back behind them, certainly, followed by Spirit of Hope, Aki Bono, Century Flag near the tail, and beating a couple in was Senior Sergeant.
Right, thanks, Ron. Bodacious Babe, she sweeps down there with
$2.40 and $1.10 dominating betting. Bookmakers a little more generous than that, but there's been really nothing much tried to beat them, or to beat her. Zakynthos Girl has come in for some late support at 6:52.30. Now they're ready. 1,300 metres, just about ready to break race 6 of the afternoon. Off they go, and a beautiful start too, liberating one of the first to break the line from Direct Attack and Ruby Joy. A line into stride fast. Ermita gets back to second last when they settle down. Magic turns on the improve early, but Direct Attack led from in second placing now is Magic Turn. She's hunting up now, gathering her legs and going to the lead, 1,000 metres to go. Magic Turn by 2 lengths, Direct Attack and Ruby Joy third. No comparison, moving up fourth on the outside, and then liberating fifth to Rail, and Moss Express is next. 2 lengths Alliance, Zakynthos Girl, and then Sobe a Star, about 2 a metre and down Miss Brody, 700 to go, and Magic Turn by 2 lengths coming down the side, Direct Attack in the slipstream, about 2 lengths away in third, no comparison now on the outside of Ruby Joy, one deliberating about a head away on the outside, Moss Express under pressure and hanging very badly, she's running off the track there, a line getting through near the inside as they swept to the corner, and then Sobe a Star as they swing into the straight, and Magic Turn shot 3 lengths clear at the 400 metres, Direct Attack is second, Ruby Joy third from Sobe a Star. Alina's coming home well, and then Zakynthos Girl pulled to the middle of the course. Magic Turn the leader at the 200. Direct Attack is trying hard. Ruby Joy, and now Zakynthos Girl is starting to rattle home, but Magic Turn with a good lead. 2 lengths Direct Attack and Zakynthos Girl. Magic Turn is holding on, and Magic Turn wins it. Zakynthos Girl got up for second. Direct Attack ahead away third. Ruby Joy and no comparison a close up with her meter again running on well. Next was a line, and they were followed then by Sobe a Star, liberating Almas Brody, and Moss Express, who ran off the track coming around the home turn, was last of all.
Clash of the Titans. Set. Gates are back and they're racing. Mightan Power only fairly away. Northern Drake went back after the start with Juggler. Willoughby won the break. Tycoon Lil is ridden aggressively by Dye, and Mightan Power is now sealed up on the fence by York. He's going through, and they're going hard in the early stages. 2 lengths away is Juggler, Dez's Dream, Catlin opening on the fence. Northern Drake getting back, Dracula on his outside, and 2 lengths away Valence. At the 1,200 metres mark, Willoughby in charge from Mightan Power. He led by almost a length. Tycoon Lil a length away third, Catlin opening fourth, Juggler fifth, 3 wide, Dez's Dream the centre, a length Northern Drake. They were followed by the 3-year-old Dracula, and 2 lengths away Valence. Coming up to the 800 metres crossing, and Willoughby, the Terrier from WA, led the way from Mightan Power. Tycoon Lil a length away. They were followed by Juggler, 3 wide, going up around Catlin opening, and Duffy's got him close in the run. A length to Dez's Dream, Northern Drake, then came Dracula, and 3 lengths away Valence as they come to the bend. 600 metres to go, and the leader now is Mightan Power. York starts to rev up the champ, and he went through on the inside of Willoughby. They'll turn together. Tycoon Lil about to come 3 deep and come with her run. Juggler to the outside, running on from Dez's Dream, and right down the centre is Dracula. Mightan Power is the first horse beat, and Tycoon Lil went to the front. The 3-year-old Dracula is starting to chime in with Northern Drake. Dracula after Tycoon Lil from Northern Drake and Dez's Dream. Larry Cassidy took the freshman to the front. It's Dracula drawing clear from Tycoon Lil, Dez's Dream, and the 3-year-old wins the George Main. Dracula first, Tycoon Lil second, Dez's Dream third, then Northern Drake. Not a bad run him, probably 1 run short today from Juggler. Mightan Power was beaten before the bend from Valence, Catlin opening, and last home was Willoughby. Dracula.
Then came Baroque Red, 2 lengths or so to the grey. Rocky Blues from Mighty Meccano and Calgary Road on the inside. They're onto the side now, 1100 out, and Comrade Park held together now. 2 lengths in front, 2 1/4 in fact, over Jugar Bay. Deborah's Daughter a little closer. Over on the inside, Limber Up from March Militaire, a length off them now. Another length and a half away to Black Boomba, hard ridden. Baroque Red going by it. 2 lengths further back in the field, Rocky Blues, followed by Calgary Road. Mighty Meccano is now at the tail. 800 out, and here the leader is Comrade Park. By a length in second placing, Deborah's Daughter. On the inside with a Jugar Bay, the whip is produced on him, and they were followed by Limber Up, travelling up all right fourth. March Militaire outside of Baroque Red, followed further back by Mighty Meccano coming around them. Rocky Blues is further back, and then Calgary Road, and last of all now Black Boomba. The leader, Comrade Park, as they turn for home, and shows out by a head now. Deborah's Daughter runs to it. It's been up there in the forward line for a while, and Calgary Road from last is starting to come home hard. Deborah's Daughter, Calgary Road, and now Mighty Meccano, the late one on the scene, out deep on the track. Here we go, down the middle again. Mighty Meccano sailed past them, and it's all over. Mighty Meccano by a couple of lengths on the line, drawing away. Second placing's nearly a dead heat, or maybe Calgary Road over Limber Up. Then March Militaire. Deborah's Daughter was always wide. Back on the outside, Rocky Blues from Baroque Red, Comrade Park. And then further back behind them, Jugar Bay not racing well, and last in was Black Boomba.
No doubt about that, Ron. They're coming down that centre.
Benny Brereton's one mount for the day. Field is set. Off they go, and Smart Banker began well towards the inside. Lord of the Pines was away well. Irish Squire and Iron Eyes were away quickly, and Synology's up on the pace as they settle down now, and Synology's going to the lead at the 1400. Hastings in the green colours is getting up along the inside of Irish Squire. They're followed by Gothic Titan, wider out improving, and then Iron Eyes. Randy's Rancher in trouble, so was Ooby Dooby. There was severe interference back in the field, and they were the chief sufferers from it. Now Synology led Gothic Titan, Panoramic led moved up to third outside Hastings, and then Iron Eyes travelling 3 wide. 2 lengths Irish Squire, Lord of the Pines getting up on the inside, and then Runaway out 3 wide, and Landelac is 4 wide. About 2 lengths Ooby Dooby, followed by our Crackerjack, 2 lengths Portland Pirate, then Smart Banker, Randy's Rancher, and Schmooter was last at the turn at the 800 metres, and Synology 3/4 Gothic Titan. 1 away Hastings, a half Panoramic lad, and Iron Eyes has been wide all the way. Back on the inside, just behind them, Lord of the Pines, and they're followed a length to Runaway, then Irish Squire, Ooby Dooby and Landelac. Behind those in the next in the field is our Crackerjack in the red sleeves and cap. Randy's Rancher getting up along the inside, has only Smart Banker behind it in company with Portland Pirate and Schmooter. The field turns the corner, and Synology first into the bend over Gothic Titan and Hastings the rail, then Panoramic lad.